Hello, friends, family, perfect strangers. I am Gloria, and welcome to the Bounce Back. It's been a while, you guys, since I have posted a video. And can I just be honest? I haven't been posting because imposter syndrome was winning. My anxiety was winning. Depression knocked me out. I spent the better part of the last few months contending with winter blues, and I tried to stay in good spirits. I was really trying to embrace winter like I did last year. Last year I did a really great job at just being part of winter and enjoying it all, and just even like shoveling snow and all of that. It felt like it was such a great time. And this year, not so much. So I have spent the better part of the last 2 months sort of spiraling into a bit of a funk. And over the last weeks was sort of like the tipping point for me. I spent the last 2 weeks or so just really being worked up and giving in to the emotions that go with, having anxiety and depression, and I was sleeping a lot, overeating a lot. So when I started this channel, you guys, my goal was to bring you content of bouncing back from the depths of darkness, from the depths of, experiences in life that can sometimes knock the wind out of us. And I thought, I'm going to bring all this great, happy content. But the reality is that I'm not always happy. And the reality is that you are probably not always happy. And so I think I want to shift to bringing content that is me, that really hones in on who I am as a person, what I contend with as a woman who is 55, who's reinventing herself, who has had to shift from a life of privilege to a life where she's constantly working on herself, to, a life where constantly working on myself means really doing a checklist for today. And so over the last 2 weeks, whatever was going on with me was manifesting in a way that was really not conducive. I was doing a lot of crying, a lot of emotions that I wasn't even trying to understand where they were coming from. I was just giving into them, and the more I gave into them, the more I ate, the more I slept, the less that I wanted to get up. I spent a lot of time sedentary. And yesterday was one of those moments where, my daughters reached out and they took me out to lunch, and, they tried to sort of encourage me to get out, to get some air, to just enjoy the sun, to be, a little bit more mobile than I've been, just to take baby steps. And I committed myself to doing that. Okay, I committed myself to going to the gym, which I didn't, but baby steps. I came out today. I went for a little walk in the park. Here I am now sitting, invading on the privacy of all these geese. But I came out. I made a decision today. And that decision, my friends, it's not always easy to make. That decision sometimes can feel like as if the world is on your shoulders, and making the decision to get up, take a shower, get dressed, and get out seems like it's a lot. It feels like I need to do a checklist, and it's like, check, I got up, check, I brushed my teeth, check, I took a shower, and so forth. So sometimes it can be very overwhelming. Now, when I started the channel, I wanted to, be that light and be positive. And I still remain that person who wants to be a light for others and who wants to be positive. But I also think I owe it to myself to speak my truth. And when I'm talking about speaking my truth, I am sick and tired of hiding from the things that are so bottled up within that I have never been allowed to speak because it's offensive to family members. It may be offensive to people I know. It could have been offensive to the workplace. I mean, there was always somebody or something, there was always a reason why I didn't allow myself to speak my truth. And now I'm noticing that more and more people are just adopting the attitudes like, I don't care anymore, and I'm ready to speak my truth, and I'm ready to be able to share all the things that sort of contribute to being where I am. My biggest fear was always going out in public with a camera. I've had a number of people pass me by. Nobody has said anything. Nobody has looked at me weird. And if they have, I haven't noticed. So what was my hang up? What was the reason that I was holding back my voice? What was the reason that I was allowing everything else around me to speak for me and to minimize my voice? You know, those are lessons that we learn in life. We're taught, don't say anything. We're taught, you are a child, don't speak. I come from that culture, the Latino culture, that is very strict, and kids don't get involved in adult conversations, and when people are talking, kids don't butt in. So there was always this idea that kids didn't have a voice, and I realized this now at 55 that I've always had a voice. I just wasn't allowed to use it, but now I do have the freedom to do so. And so I want to be able to share with you my wins, my defeats. I want to share my truth as it is, and I want to stop hiding from it. And I have so many things that I need to talk about, so many injustices that I've experienced, that I've seen, that have impacted me. But I also want to talk about some of the things that have gone right in my life, like here and now today. This is what went right. I got up, I made a conscious choice to go for a walk, and I made a decision to come and be in this space with nature and be able to bring you this video. Somebody's coming by with their electric car. Hello. So that's what it comes down to, is that I want a channel where I can speak my truth. And hopefully some of what I have to say resonates with you. Hopefully I can instill a seed for some of you, some hope and inspiration, motivation. You know, if I can bring some sort of greatness into your world, then I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do with this channel. I wanted a bounce back, and here I am bouncing back from the depths of things that held me down, and now I am free to move forward. My friends, thank you so much for being here today. I am Gloria. This has been my bounce back. Until next time, take care, everybody.